Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here in Foley Square. Today, Friday, September 1st, a new month. September 1st, 2023. We're covering the Southern District of New York Courthouse. And yesterday, beginning at 4 o'clock, there was the case of the Jeffrey Epstein-related case of U.S. Virgin Islands versus JPMorgan Chase. Now, it's emerged in these cases. Of course, the Doe plaintiffs, represented by David Boies, have cashed out. Cha-ching! But it's emerged in this U.S. Virgin Islands case that how much JPMorgan Chase knew about the nasty business of Mr. Jeffrey Epstein, the suspicious money flows. Now, more could come out. JPMorgan Chase is trying to get it dismissed. Yesterday in court, JPMorgan Chase argued that despite a provision of the Sex Trafficking Victims Protection Act that allows state attorneys generals or attorneys generals of a territory like the U.S. Virgin Islands to pursue such claims, that really they shouldn't do it and it should be dismissed. Judge Rakoff, presiding, said that he'll decide this by the end of September, and if not, there's going to be an October trial. We will be there. Just as an aside, after that, everyone cleared out of the courtroom, and Judge Rakoff roundly ripped into a defense lawyer who hadn't returned his client's call. Now, he hadn't heard from the client in 4 years, and he now works at Legal Aid. Check out the story on Inner City Press. It's quite instructive. Speaking of trials, Trump's trial in Georgia will be televised. Yes, it's been decided by the judge down in state court in Georgia that the entire thing will be televised. Not just will there be a pool reporter, but they'll have their own YouTube channel for it. Now, their reasoning for that, you can decide, but I think it's a good thing, and I wish it were the case in courts everywhere. People should know how the courts are operating. What can we say? We're waiting today with bated breath for Sam Bankman-Fried. Will he decide to, speaking of trials, delay his until March 2024 with the charges that may or may not be dropped to flee the Bahamas? And what's happening at the United Nations? Well, Big Tony, Antonio Guterres, is going on a trip, pumping up. He's going to Cuba. He's going elsewhere. He's pumping up the UN General Assembly week that we've applied to cover, and his Melissa Fleming has not even answered yet. But more on that anon. Inner City Press, to be continued.